But for now, for some analysis on the eThekwini Regional Conference, which, as mentioned, is underway, I'm not joined by political analyst. That's Levy Ndou. Mr. Ndou, thank you for your time and good afternoon to you. I mean, this is a regional conference already marred by a bit of delays. We understand meant to start earlier, only starting, I suppose, around midday, but hearing definitely from the likes of KwaZulu giving a tongue lashing there about no bad behavior being tolerated or would not be tolerated. And further, of course, talking about factions which have marred the party, as well as holding those accountable who continue to divide the party. What do you make of the conference so far today?
Good afternoon to Melo. Good afternoon to the viewers at home. I think this is one of the most contested conferences of the ANC, and eThekwini being the biggest region of the ANC, you'd actually get a lot of interest on the outcomes of the conference. But it is also a conference that is taking place wherein factions or groupings are quite very clear. And of course, these groupings appears to be influenced by people outside the region or the broader context of factionalism within the ANC. And what one would hope for is that this conference, apart from the factions that are there, apart from the lobby groups that are there and different groupings, it must actually come out having brought the ANC getting stronger and stronger in that region, merely based on the fact that the ANC's performance in the local government elections last year was not very good in KwaZulu-Natal as a province. So for me, the biggest province must lead by example, make sure that they come out united, but at the same time, rebuild the trust of ordinary citizens of KwaZulu-Natal.
When I hear Sihle talking about holding, rather confronting members who are members of members accountable, confronting the ill discipline evident within the party, as well as those who continue to be loyal to factions, I just wonder if you think that the two individuals contesting for the chairpersonship, namely Zandile Gumede and Thabani Nyaose, do you think either one of them could lead the ANC out of what Sihle says needs to be confronted? He also says even if the leaders seem to be part of ill discipline, they too need to be confronted. What do you make of these two individuals vying for this top position?
I think one thing that one has observed is that the different factions in this regional conference are quite clear. You have got the RRU, you have got the unity groupings. At the same time, it appears as if those that are in support of the other group or against the other group seem to be putting emphasis on the leaders rather than on the ANC itself. It also appears as if the divisions, as I've indicated earlier, in this region are actually informed primarily by factionalism in the ANC. And I think if you look beyond the regional conference in KwaZulu-Natal, if indeed they cannot come up with a unity project, or if they cannot come with a leadership that will have the potential to unite the people of that region, it might also spread to the other regions of KwaZulu-Natal and to the province as large. But what Sihle was saying, it's very much correct in the sense that it characterizes the ANC in general, that you have got members of the ANC who are very loyal to factions, who are not interested in the programs of the ANC, who are not interested in the policies of the ANC, but who only wants to see certain individuals occupying certain positions, whether they are right for those positions, whether it has the potential to negatively change the image of the ANC, you will still have certain individuals supporting those people and not caring about the broader image of the ANC. And I think that is the message that all the members of the ANC have to carry through. But the unfortunate part is that it is quite correct that within the ANC, you have such bad elements within the party, and the party itself has been unable to deal with factionalism, ill discipline, and also to isolate those that have got the potential to negatively taint the image of the ANC.
Right. When we talk about, Zandile Gumede, we cannot speak about her without the controversy surrounding her name, Mr. Ndou. When we talk about the step-aside resolution of the ANC, when we talk about some of the charges that, of course, she has faced, and we know that she continues to vie for this position, and she has a good chunk, a group of supporters who are rallying behind her and further accusing the step-aside resolution to be targeting those who are in opposition, or even saying that it seems to not be clear enough, credible enough, further saying it's targeting certain individuals and not consistent with what it's meant to stand for within the ANC. What do you think will be the outcome for Zandile Gumede, of course, post this elective conference?
The conference of the ANC in eThekwini has the potential to define the character of the ANC in that region and indeed in the province. One question that one would pose is that why would you allow someone to stand for a position and this person is actually not going to do anything in that position because of the cases that this person is supposed to face? Why would you, as the branch delegates or as the region, give a responsibility to an individual who is tainted like what is happening in that region? It talks to the character of the ANC. There are some within the ANC who appears not to care about the image of the ANC, who only want to see the image of the ANC being tainted. Just last week, the ANC elected a regional treasurer in Mpumalanga who is facing serious criminal charges in court.
Right.
And that talks to the character of the ANC, which says that we don't care. As leaders as members of the ANC, we are still going to elect or nominate those that are tainting negatively the image of the ANC. And for me, if the ANC continues electing and nominating individuals that are tainted, they should actually be aware that they are gradually moving away from political power. Because consistently, if you put people that are tainted, people that are facing serious criminal charges in court, those are not good leaders for your party, and they have got a huge negative impact in the sense that some outside the party will see the party as a party that does not care, a party that accommodates fraudsters and people that are charged with murder and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
And that, for me, would require strong leadership from the ANC to say it must stop right here because this is not what the ANC was formed for.
I think from what I'm hearing from you, Mr. Ndou, this has more implications for the ANC than it already has for Zandile Gumede as an individual, but for what it almost, the message that it sends across to not only its members, but to, South Africa at large about where it stands in terms of dealing with those who are charged, criminally charged, and still placing them in positions of power. We'll have to leave it there due to time, but I appreciate you speaking to me this afternoon, political analyst Levy Ndou. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Today.